The stick is the most basic move any running back can do in open field. But if you're misusing it and you're not using it in the right way, you're missing out on 80% of the opportunities you could have in open field. So if you're a guy and you're struggling with making that safety miss one-on-one, then I suggest you watch this full video. What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video here at desireLess with your guy KJ, helping running backs elevate and dominate the game. And today I'm going to break down how to properly use the stick. Now, if you're a guy who's been following a lot of my content, you know that the stick is one of the moves that I definitely talk about a lot, and I feel as if for a running back, you need to master, because if you're in open field and you're one-on-one with a safety, that's the difference between the guys who are the Jahmyr Gibbs, the Saquon Barkley's, make that guy miss and go 80, or the guys who just get the 10 yards that coach expects. So then when you're just a guy who can only get that 10 yards, how much value do you really have? Okay, so I'm going to show you how to properly do the stick. I'm going to break down what the stick even is and how you can get into it. All right, so, and for guys who don't know who I am, my name is KJ Howard. Obviously, I'm the owner of this channel and owner of desireLess, where, once again, help running backs elevate and dominate the game. I played college football, played JUCO, D1, D2, and I spent years of just mastering the running back position, studying it. Obviously, I wasn't a guy who wasn't hit high levels in the NFL. I'm currently a free agent, but I'm still learning about the game. I'm still adding on to it. And I was a guy who didn't start in high school. I was a backup. I was this and that, and I still became a Division I prospect and had a try with the Bengals. All right, so I'm about to get into this video and kind of break down how you can become a lethal weapon in open field. All right, so the stick, what's even the stick, man? What's the stick? All right, so the stick is just the basic one cut. All right, it's just a basic one cut. But a lot of guys are like, man, I do that all the time. I cut all the time, this and that. But a lot of you guys are doing it the wrong way, because it's not just a basic cut. It is influence. All right. It is influence. Okay. When you can't just make one cut and expect, hey, that's going to work. I wonder, can you guys even see that? You guys even see it? All right, so I made a little quick adjustment for you guys. Try to not get the glare directly in it. Hopefully that is much better. Okay, so you have to influence the defender. So it's not just making necessarily just a one cut, because anybody can just make a basic cut. But if you don't sell it, if you don't do the things that actually work and the technique to it, because running back is a skill. Making guys miss is a skill. Can everybody make guys miss? No. All right, you see a lot of guys who they're like a freaking Statue of Liberty out there. It's like, bro, you stiffer than the freaking Grand Canyon, bro. The Grand Canyon got more movement than you. All right, so it's different things. It's influences, being able to sell the cut and all of that. That's how you actually be able to break guys down. And what I like to call is sell her a dream. Okay, so plenty of you guys, all right, a lot of guys on here. You talk to a girl, right? And let's say it's a girl that you don't necessarily want to make your girlfriend, but you know, you want her attention and you want to, you know, be with her. Okay, so what are you going to do? All right, are you just going to just brush her off and then be like, you know what, you're ugly, this and that, basically not telling what you want to hear? Or are you going to sell her a dream? You're going to tell her, yeah, girl, man, you're this, you look good. Oh yeah, I definitely see us being together. You know how you guys are. I definitely see us being together. Oh yeah, this and that, we can do all this. You sell her a dream. You sell her the idea of, man, I can definitely be with this guy. And then after you've been with her for a while and you get tired of her, what happens? You go, you stop talking to her, this and that. You sold her a dream. She influenced you. You attracted her. She got with you because you were selling her a dream. You told her attention. And that's what, I mean, hopefully I'm not giving relationship advice. This is what this video is not about. But I understand human nature and I understand how guys are. All right, so sell her a dream. You're making a cut. You want to tell the defender everything they want to hear. If I'm running back and I want to cut off you, all right, I'm boom, shoulders, everything, all that. We're kind of go into that next. But selling you, cut, make the defender bite on my leverage and where I'm attacking him. And guess what? Now we're breaking guys down. And now 80-yard touchdowns like Saquon Barkley. 80-yard touchdowns like Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey. So you're done getting tackled at just a 20-yard, getting clipped up, all of that. That's how you probably do a stick. Now, what you want to avoid, draw this line right here, you know, mistakes. All right, because a lot of you guys maybe are struggling. Not maybe, a lot of you guys are, all right, because it's a skill. And you may not learn to master the skill, all right? So it's not your fault, but it is your problem, but that's why you're here to fix it, okay? So common mistakes is that a lot of you guys are just too square, all right? Too square, no shoulder or head, no diddy influence. All right, so number one, all right, you guys are too square. So when you guys are trying to do a stick, a lot of you guys just facing the defender straight up, and you're just cutting like this. All right, who is that fooling? Just because you do one, you're doing like an icky shuffle like it's a ladder. And that's one thing why I hate like icky shuffles and ladder drills and all that, because it doesn't teach you how to make guys miss. I see a lot of guys, trainers on IG, and they're just focused on everything being shoulder square, which is good if you're jump cutting, if I'm doing that. But we're in open field, it's about influence. And how can I influence a defender to make a guy miss if I never tell him what he wants to see, if I never sell him a dream, okay? If I'm just that, how much is that a dream, all right? So on top of that, you guys are too square, and there's no shoulder or head influence. So it's all body language. Defenders are taught to read body language, okay? They practice that in indie drills over and over and over again every day. They're tracking inside hip. They're tracking, okay, if this guy is going this way, I'm going to hit him this way. So when you hit them and they use their teaching against their advantage, they're taught to tackle guys a certain way. They're taught to read a body language, all right? So if I'm just square, that is no much influence. But if I turn my body and shoulders, hips, and eyes, which he is taught to in indie drill, all right, and I'm facing everything, and I pick a side, and the defender's like, oh, he's going this way, and I go and I boom, cut upfield, sell a dream, he's going to bite on my influence because he's taught that in his drills. He's trying to get the tackle. But if I'm square and I make guy miss and just do this, like how much is that? Like if you at least gonna be square, at least give some like some head, no diddy or something like that. But even then, that's still not influential. You want to give head, shoulders. All right, we want to do hips too, man. Hips, all of that is how you want to influence a defender. My head and shoulders are cool, but my hips are facing this way. Defenders are just looking at that hip. So if I turn my hips, body language, boom, cut up field, hey, it's going to get scary for these boys. So that's a lot of things that common mistakes that you guys are just doing. You're too square, you're no shoulders, your hips, you're too fast too, man. Like super fast. All right, one thing about football, and I struggled with this a lot too when I was younger, is that I thought that the fast was always better because I was a naturally quicker guy. So I'm thinking fast was always better. If you do it fast, that's better. But that's not the truth, because you could be a fast guy, you could be this, but if you can't make guys miss, then all that speed is for what? You can't be a guy who can control the speed. If you can't make the right cut at the right time, if you can't break off the route in the right pattern to influence the defender, then all that speed doesn't mean nothing. I mean, there's plenty of running backs who run 4.2. There's plenty of wide receivers who run 4.2. I know everybody look at, well, Tyreek Hill is the best. Well, listen, but majority of the players, they have elite body control. Okay, so being too fast in your cuts, you have to be able to sell it for it to work. If you're just fast, cool. You might be able to get to that cut fast, but defenders can still make the tackle. And that's one thing that I struggled with the most. So a lot of you guys might be just too fast rushing it. The game is going a lot slower than you think. So slow down, sell it. And this all comes back to practicing it, because the reason why you're going so fast is because maybe you're not comfortable with making that cut. So it always comes down to technique and mastering it. I mean, running back is a skill. Making guys miss is a skill. If you don't train a skill, how will you ever get better at it? All right, so this is a lot of common mistakes that a lot of guys make on their sticks. One more, all right, I just looked at my notes. One more thing is that you guys aren't, okay, let's put it over here. You aren't pressing the defender. All right, pressing. And if you're a guy, you should definitely be writing all this down, bro, because write this down and then go evaluate all your open field moves from last year and look, the times you got tackled, was you doing any of these right here? If you probably were, then that's probably the reason why you got tackled. And pressing the defender. So even if you sell a dream, even if I use hips, shoulders, eyes, everything, even if I am really not necessarily fast, but kind of not slow, but I sell it, I'm not rushing my cuts, I do it all good, all of that hips, shoulders, not staying square, giving a little leverage, picking a side on the defender. If you do not press defender, it doesn't matter, okay? And I learned this playing wide receiver at Ohio, is that you could make a move and it could be really good, but if you leave space and you leave 5 yards between you and the defender, well, even if that move is influential, you give him time to recover because you created such a gap. He has an angle. So even if you broke him down, if you do it too early, he can kind of recover, depending how good he is and how elite of an athlete he is. He can recover and still make the play. So you have to press the defender. That means making the move literally on his toes. As a receiver, you're taught to press their toes, because when you do all the things I talked about and then you press the defender, he has no time to recover. All right, you're around him and you're already ahead of him, okay? But if you make a move 5 yards ahead, which I see a lot, I struggle with this. A lot of guys that I coach, they started out doing that and had to kind of coach them out of it, is that, hey, press that defender. press them, because if you make a move and I'm like, oh God, I bottomed it, but you're still 5 yards away, I can recover. Compared to if you're on my toes, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then at that point, you're really influencing them, because think about it. The closer somebody gets, defenders don't like to get attacked. They like to pick at angles. Once again, inside out. This is why as a running back, you need to understand the psychology of defenders and what they're taught. They love angles, okay? Angles is good for them because it only gives you one avenue. The only thing you can do is go down the sideline. You can't cut back, because if you cut back, cut into them. If you press them and attack their leverage and attack defender and press them, it puts them in a weird position, because one, you're coming at them, all right? They're not attacking you, you're coming at them, so they're like, all right, naturally they're gonna stop their feet. And two, when you make a move, since you're so close, they're gonna bite on the fake, and then they have no time to recover because you're already 2-3 yards ahead of him, compared to if you're 2-3 yards back or you're 5 yards back making a move, he has time to recover and you're not influencing nobody. All right, so you have to press the defenders, okay? All right, so that's how you pretty much how you get the stick, is you have to master it. It's just basic, and it's all influence. It's all shoulders, eyes, head. It's boom, cut, selling them a dream, okay? I'm coming out with a t-shirt. T-shirt coming soon. Seller a dream t-shirts are coming soon, bro, so be on the lookout. All right, I'm gonna give it a limited supply, man. Selling a dream t-shirt is coming out, man, so be on the lookout for that, bro. I got to. A lot of you guys need to start selling them a dream real quick, bro. You need to start selling them a dream. All right, so hopefully you wrote all that down, because I erased everything. So if not, obviously rewind this. You should be watching this in 2-point speed anyway, just to kind of remember the principles. All right, so guys, you want to study who are really great at the stick, man, because I believe that you can learn from experience. Everybody says, you know, experience is the best teacher, which is true, but it doesn't necessarily have to be your experience. There's guys in NFL who've got 10 times as many reps as you, 100 times as many reps at the professional level, better coaching, better defenders, better schemes, all of that. So why not learn from them and understand what they're doing? Okay, so here's some of the best guys that are the sticks, bro. They're like stick kings, bro. Open field, you need to study these guys, all 22 film. Look how they press defenders, they use body language, head, shoulders, eyes, manipulation, and then they cut, they accelerate out their cuts, all of that. You need to study them. All right, so number one is Bijan Robinson, bro. Bijan Robinson, he has the best stick in the game. And let's go back to his Texas days, bro. His open field stick ability, bro, it's simple. I'm not asking you to do a double stick, all right? You ain't got to be super saucy, which, hey, there are different variations too, the double stick, triple stick, but that's advanced stuff, all right? You got to master the basics first. You need to master the fundamentals. And the stick, all right, Bijan Robinson, he uses the stick. He's not really a double sticker, but he uses a stick, and he has the best stick in the game. You see these guys, he make guys fall. He's making NFL guys fall. All right, so if you could apply the principles that he used, which I studied him and I understood what made him successful, if you apply that to your high school athletes, where a lot of you guys are playing like little sister of the poor, playing these 170-pound linebackers, you're definitely gonna make them miss. Because if you making NFL guys miss, elite athletes running 4.2s and 4.3s, it's gonna work for you. All right, so study Bijan. Jahmyr Gibbs, man. All right, a lot of people just think Jahmyr Gibbs is elite because of speed, which is true. He has elite speed, but there's a lot of fast running backs. I mean, Dree Archer was a fast running back. Devon Achane's a fast running back. There's running back in the combine this year that from Virginia Tech. He ran 4.3s. I mean, there's a lot of fast running backs in the NFL. There's not a lot, but like for Jahmyr Gibbs, what separates him is that he can make guys miss and he understands defender manipulation. He has the best double stick in the game, all right? So Jahmyr Gibbs has a great stick, but his double stick, oh my gosh. The counter to it, the stick, all right, you're playing against a DB, they study film too. They're like, hey, this guy's the master stick. All right, you boom, boom, or use a double stick because he has inside or outside leverage, which we'll go over another time, which is learning leverage of defenders and how to use it. All right, if a guy is head up, that's usually the best time to use a single stick, but if he has leverage and you need to get inside or outside of him, but you really can't because you want to influence him, then sometimes a double stick works. All right, Jahmyr Gibbs has the best double stick. Deuce Vaughn. All right, watch a lot of Deuce. I know he hasn't really blossomed in the NFL. And a lot of you guys say, why you always talk about Deuce Vaughn? You biased. Well, hey, I'm a short running back, so I studied a lot of short running backs. I studied him a lot when I was in college because he was really elite at Kansas State. Watched a lot of his Kansas State film. I mean, obviously he doesn't really play that much in the NFL just because, I mean, he is very small and it's NFL. It's tough. It's the best of the best. But his skill set, if he was 5'10", 200 pounds, he would probably be a top 5 running back. I'm just being honest. He's like, there's no hole in this game. Right, only hole is right now is he's super small. Okay, he's smaller than me, and obviously big game NFL. But his stick, double stick, triple stick, bro, he's elite. He can do it all. All right, so watching a lot of Deuce Vaughn, bro, he's really can sell him a dream. He's sell him a dream and leave him in a nightmare. All right, that's what he does. Shady McCoy, man, everybody knows, man. Cut on a dime. Now his is a little different. I don't think he really used that much influence. he wasn't really necessarily selling him a dream. His sticks were really good. It was just, man, it was just elite, bro. It was just the fact that he can do it at full speed at 100%. And he just did it at any time, bro. Like, it could be in a natural position, or it could be in an uncomfortable position. He was able to cut on a dime and cut. But even then, I mean, you see still good stuff to watch. He had a good stick, all right? These are guys that you want to study, learning how to master the stick, especially these top two, all right? Bijan, Jameer, they use it a lot. Deuce Vaughn, obviously, go back to his Kansas State film. They show a lot of good stuff with the stick, bro. And you can see, all right, Jameer Gibbs, when he played against, he had a run in Tennessee. I use it a lot on my B-rolls. He sold him a dream. His play against Minnesota Vikings this year, all right? There was a lot of times he sells them a dream. Bijan Robinson, he just does it a lot, bro. It's like every game, he's breaking guys down. He's perfected the stick. Right, he's perfected the stick. So study these guys, and then now we need to focus on what's making them elite and what's making the stick elite. All right, so recap of this video is that if you want to make an effective stick, you have to, one, influence the defender, okay? We have to influence the defender, use our eyes, head, shoulders, body language, all right? After that, we attack their leverage. So if they're head up, guess what? We pick a side. You can't just make a stick right here. You got to pick a side, because obviously we want to sell him a dream. We want to sell him, hey, I'm just running. I'm doing what you think you want me to do. All right, I'm just turning my body. I'm just going to outrun you. He think, oh, well, I got an angle. And guess what? Upfield. All right, so we want to use that, pick a side, attack leverage, plant, and accelerate at your cut. All right, and that's how you can do a stick. All right, this is a little stick crash course, we're gonna call it. Stick crash course. All right, a lot of you guys know what a crash course is. It's pretty much a lot of information jam-packed in what, 15 minutes, okay? And if you're a guy who kind of liked how I brought down the stick, you know, this is pretty all sped up. This is pretty, I couldn't really get into the details and actually understand it, but a lot of my guys I train right now, they're mastering the stick, bro. Like their sticks are amazing. All right, and if you want somebody, you're looking at, man, like I'm struggling with making guys miss an open field, and I need somebody who can teach me how to master, where I break down you. We study your workouts, we study your film, we talk you through exactly how you can perfect the sticks. I got guys right now who are becoming elite. All right, so because they're going to be open field nightmares when it comes to them getting in the field. If you're a guy out there, running back specifically, and you want to get coached and mentored by me to help you, you know, become elite and help you kind of get to that next level, you want me to kind of guide you through. Hey, book a free strategy call, where the worst thing I could do is I get a call, give you some advice, and we can see if this program could fit for you, because it might not. All right, it's a selective group. We only select a few guys in it, but it's only for guys who are serious and committed. So if you're a guy who's serious about hitting the next level, wants to play high level D1 ball, NFL, possibly pro ball, anything like that, and you're serious about putting in work and investing in your future, hey, book a free strategy call. We can see if we can help you out. All right, but it's your guy KJ. This is how you can master the stick. This is how you perform the stick the right way. I'll see you later.